There it is. Ah, I see you. Hello, 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 hello. Whee! Here he comes, Mr. Max. Hello, it's party time. Come on up. He's afraid of the party hat. Hooray, 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 hooray. It's time for Fri-YaY Fiesta. Celebrating that we made it through another week, or we're starting another week, or whatever it is, we're celebrating together. Hooray, hooray, hooray. Yay, hooray, hooray, hooray. Oh, goodness gracious. Here we are, and looks like I'm live. Whee! Hopefully some folks will pop in and participate soon. I've got some things to keep you entertained until such time as someone decides to participate. Hooray! All right, all week I've been talking about on the Taming Your Tension Today daily dose, the podcasts of short sessions with terrific tension taming tips about, hi Constance, thank you so much for joining. I was just talking about yay every day, using your big why, which any good coach will tell you, you need your big why. Use your big why. Your big why will uplift you and carry you through. For me, the big why is arms up to the sky, elongating through your spine in your great big why. Maybe you can't reach up that high. You don't have the shoulder mobility. Hi, Julene. Thank you guys for being here. If you don't have the mobility to make your big why physically, you can do it with this powerful thing here. That's right. You can imagine your big why. You can allow it to let you open, expand. It's about opening, expanding, allowing, uplifting, energizing. And of course, it's also about unwinding the shoulders that we tend to live all down and forward, down and forward. So, hooray, hooray, hooray. Let me see if I can get back here and yay, hooray, hooray, hooray. Yeah, I'm a little scattered. Some days it can be like that, a little tough to show up, but here we are, and here we are now. So let's take a moment to arrive. Yes, just kind of pause and bring your senses within and all around. Maybe notice the quality of the light. Maybe notice how you've been energized by my energy, even though we're far, far apart from one another, not even in the same room. That's why Max always comes running in at me, because he feels that energy. And then sometimes he gets scared away by a party hat. Feel your body in space. Is there any air against your skin, any pressure from your seat or how you're standing, or your position, your physical position? Any temperature changes? Hey, welcome, Paul. Just tuning in and arriving, noticing any ambient sounds that might be around you. And taking a nice deep breath in through the nose, out through the mouth, stimulating the relaxation response, letting that smile spread across your face, stimulating that positive endorphin release. And now we're going to generate some joy for ourselves and our accomplishments this week. You appreciate yourself. Just think back through the week. What are some highlights? Maybe share some magical things or some accomplishments that you're proud of. Maybe there's something major. Maybe it's something small, like I got up every day. I meditated every day. I journaled every day. Now, those aren't small things. Sometimes just getting up can be a major accomplishment. I've certainly had some days where I failed that event, but that doesn't make me a failure, right? Remember, failures are events, they're occurrences. They're not you, and they're certainly not me. So appreciate, give yourself a shout out someone else that you appreciate. Was there a wonderful event that made you feel more possible? Like you wanted to say, I'm possible, and throw your arms up in a great big Y and go, yes, yay. Put more yay in every day. Of course, I am referring to that wonderful event you can catch the replays of. I'm possible. That's right. Go ahead. Drop the link in the comments if you can, sir. Where was I? Oh, we were arriving. I am here. Are you here now? We are here now. So, as I was saying, all week I've been talking about the big Y. That's the first step in our Yay May, Yay movement. May is for Yay movement. Each week, I'm going to continue this exploration of the big Y and Yay and adding little movements so that you can put more Yay in every day and start unwinding this rounded forward heavy head. Did you know that for every inch forward your head is hanging? Let me text you about that. Oh, that's a nice stretch. That's an additional 10 pounds on your muscle and your structure, your spine. You know, it's like a big gigantic truck hanging off a bridge on the cable that's dangling. Oh, awesome, Paul. That sounds fabulous. I wish it's not one of those audio events that got recorded. I noticed that some people are repurposing their audio events so that they do get recorded and they are available as replays, as podcasts and things. So I'm really excited to see some people doing that. And we have someone that is on her way to join us today. Congratulations, Julene. That's awesome. That is definitely one of those seemingly small things that can be incredibly major and quite an accomplishment. And on that note, I would like to welcome Sandra J. Wilson. Hooray! Yay!
I made
it. Always a pleasure to see you. That's right. Hello, hello, hello.
Hi. I was just in a meeting. I just got out and I got your message and I said, well, I'm still hooked up. I might as well just pop over. So,
awesome.
Hello, everybody. Who's here? Paul's here. I see Paul's here. That's the only message I see because I just got in.
That's right. Paul's here. Julene's here. Constance is here. And I don't know who else is here because that's only the people that have commented. So if you're a
how dare you people?
If you're a lurky-loo, a lurky-yay-hoo, a yay-hoo in the comments on one of the multiple platforms, please pop in a comment so that we know.
Just say hello.
Yes.
Don't
say
be
hello.
shy. Don't be
speaking
shy.
of hellos, Mr. Max has something
Hi,
to say
Maxie.
to Boo. Come on, say hi. Say hi to Boo. Hi,
Boo. Boo is in a bad mood today. Just have to say. Well, you know, he's had just not that anybody cares, but Boo's had skin issues on and off for years now, and it's every like 3 to 4 months. All of a sudden, he can't stop scratching and licking. And I got like like you can see the bags under my eyes, like 4 hours sleep because he wakes up and scratches for 2 to 3 hours.
Oh.
He's raw, like he's got scabs. Oh. I finally took him to the vet today because I know, and he got a shot, and it's painful when your child is not feeling well, you know. So yes. This is the longest he's gone without scratching in 2 weeks. So
poor Boo.
Poor Boo Boo.
Poor Boo. That's hard. This little one, my housemate's Nini, has some skin issues and she's on all kinds of medications that I've been taking care of her, but it's so hard. And, you know, our fur babies are our family. And
I don't have kids. This is my child.
Yeah, exactly.
You know what I mean? And yeah. And of course I was there and they never have, they don't have any adoption, usually do adoptions there. There's 3 gorgeous little puppies in a cage there just looking at you like, I want to take them all home.
I know, it's so
Oh, they're
hard,
so
isn't it?
cute. And I go, what is this? Why are you doing this to me? I live in such a small place. Boo, who is only 7 kilos, barely fits in my bathroom, but he has to be in there with me. He has to be in there. Oh, thank you so much. Hope your
Yes.
fur baby feels better soon. Yeah, I
Yes.
think he's better right now, but thank you, Paul. That's really sweet. Yeah,
Yeah,
our
thank
animals
you.
are everything when you live alone and you got your dog, that's it, or your cat, you know.
Yeah. That's why it's been a blessing that I've been able to take care of these little the 3 beans, I call them, not because they're Chihuahua mutts mixes, senior girls. They're kind of like the golden girls. They're like the 3 little bean-shaped bodies that I've been able to take care of while my housemate has been away. And it's amazing how much space those little bodies can take up in a bed when you're trying to sleep.
Yeah, I remember when we first got Boo, almost 13 years ago. He's 13, but he was born before we got him, and we're so strict. Like he's not gonna sleep in the bed. We used to have his little bed, like dog bed, outside of our bedroom door. Like he's not allowed in the bedroom. These are the rules, and he obeyed them. He didn't like them, but he stayed right at the door. One time, we took I picked him up and I gave him to Daniel on the bed, and Daniel's in bed, and ever since then he whined. Before he didn't say anything, he's whined and whined and whined for at least an hour, and I said, I can't deal with this anymore. He's in the bed. That's it. So yes, the strictness doesn't work.
Enough of that. It's National Pet Month, everybody.
Is it?
Yes, evidently. The first of the month, sometimes I look at all those, what is this awareness week, awareness month? Because there's always a handful of them. And you can check that post in my little Wise with Wendy blog in the public zone at happierhealthierhumans.com. I think it was May 2nd, probably, that post. So it lists a whole bunch of the, I can't remember any of them right now. Other than Pet Month.
Paul, that's a great question. I haven't done my Getting in Your Business show. I kind of retired it in December. The last one I did was actually with the person I partnered up with for my masterclass. I'm kind of concentrating on that right now. I did 33 episodes and I wasn't feeling it anymore. I just wasn't feeling it anymore. I may bring it back. I may not. I don't know. But thank you for asking. That's really nice of you. And thank you for being probably one of the only people that missed it.
Oh, I missed it. I talked about it when you first started stopping it.
It was a stop, start,
started stopping.
Yeah, you just kind of like have to move on and do your own thing. And like this show used to be, is this the show you used to do late at night when I couldn't make it? Like I was in bed? Or is it a different show?
Yeah, but now you were winding down. It's the same show, but different. It's not Yay Day because it's less Friday and Saturday because I have to go to work at 5. So I can't do it later anymore because I had to add hours to my part-time job. While I'm waiting for folks to join the community collective at Happier, Healthier Humans and work with Wendy to relieve your tension, stress, and pain.
Damn right.
And towards that end, I'm going to screen share right now. I've got this 10-day detox, total mind body detox available right now when you join. And it's not a severe cleanse of any sort. It's a very, health strategies for body, mind, and spirit. And of course, I just decided to change the format. Hello, nice and slow.
I'm little in the corner.
Yay! Not yet here on LinkedIn. I can see the delay is always so hilarious, the delay because you're not here yet there.
Yeah, Restream
so
takes
we've got
a lot
this
of
whole
bandwidth.
Detox. That's why I have to do it on both of my devices in case my computer crashes. So as you can see, there's this wonderful success guide. I'm going to go through it quickly, and it just helps you detox through food And always the reminders to stay hydrated. It guides you through greens and pre and probiotics and how to get rid of inflammation and all about food. But there's also body and skin detoxification. Yes, all kinds of tips about that, and sleeping. And sleeping is when our brain cleans house. You got to get that brain poop out, right? That's part of why sleep is so important. A little bit about supplements, and then some sample, recipes and little sample plans. All of the 10 to 21 days you decide to do the detox. So when you join the community, you can get this. And right now, if you want to jump in, you can message me and I'll throw in some coaching, because I would like to raise some quick cash this weekend. So I'm going to throw a bundle together where you can have some one-to-one coaching and the community, which comes with the Detox and the Wise Choices course. And of course, greater access to me to help you through whatever you're going through, or to refer you to someone better for you to work with. There you have it. This program was sponsored by Happier, Healthier Humans Community Collective.
So were you screen sharing? Because I didn't see anything on the screen.
You didn't see anything on the screen?
No.
All just black?
No, I saw you and me in the corner in and even on the live, I didn't see any screen sharing. So everybody missed all the entertainment.
That's fun. Look, I can see it now that it's hit LinkedIn over here on my other device. I can see that you just got small.
Yeah.
And that it didn't share.
That's all
I was clicking through.
Yeah, it was just me.
I was clicking through on Canva, and that's lovely.
I just thought you wanted to take over the screen and just make me small, and it worked.
No, I clicked through all of the pages of the success guide, and
nothing came up. But I wanted to say, it's so funny, 2 days in a row. I did a live yesterday interview show, and I just want people to know that a lot of us have side jobs, and there's no shame in our game. And I have stuff I do on the side. It's not like I'm a fucking rich coach that I've got
Yeah, you and your Ferrari.
Oh,
and
yeah.
There on the ocean.
Yeah, and I said, I sell tiny homes on the side. I've got other stuff that I do. It's
this, and I've got this, and I've got this. Right?
Yeah,
this is doTERRA. And this is a new CBD company out of North Carolina that's organic and non-GMO. It's called Green Compass. And this is the X39 cellular activation patch. Yeah, that I've started, that I'm really enjoying. So those are three of my things that, I've been talking a lot about the patches lately. Yeah. But, those are some of my side hustles that you might not know about unless you're working with me. And I say, well, this product might be really good for that.
Right.
Right. And I know you have a whole bunch of different things. I didn't know about the tiny homes.
But... Well, I don't have a whole bunch of things. I did network marketing a few years ago. I'm not really, even though I have something, I don't really talk about it. And I don't do it. Yeah. I don't sell anything.
Back pocket stuff that's just kind of there.
But, I just sold like 4 tiny homes, and the tiny homes they're hurricane proof homes, but they are very, very small. And so a lot of Mexicans like them because they don't live like American sprawling everywhere.
They need,
like the one room which would have like everything in it is really, really small. So what my friend did, she is from the States. She bought 4. And she's going to have them open on one side and put them together so that she can. Mm-hmm. And it's a lot cheaper. It's like less than $50,000, and she's got a kitchen, bathroom, and 2 bedrooms. Like one is an office, and and she's going to stack one on top, so that'll be her roof for a negative space, and then eventually she'll build a roof over the rest of it, and she'll have like a bigger house. And and it's inexpensive and hurricane proof. The foundation is actually built in to the bottom, so you just need a flat surface to put them on, and you can take them with you when you go. You can do it.
Wow, that's awesome. I've been really into the tiny home thing since college, I lived in the foothills of the Appalachians instead of the foothills of the Sierras. But it's always been, and I did live in my van for a while before it was all the rage to live in your van. But I love these component tiny home creations like you're talking about that she's doing, that you can, they're modular, and there's so many incredible creations that have been the designs and things that I'm seeing. But I love the hurricane proof part with the foundation that is still transportable.
Well,
If you just
this is the whole idea. The developer, I live on the property where they're being built. Like he built this place that I'm living in as well. He's been developing properties for a long time, but he's so creative that he came up with this, hey, maybe I should sell tiny home. This was about 4 years ago. Before, was it after? Yeah, I guess it was after Daniel had passed away. It's 2018 ish. And I thought, what a great idea. It's so quaint. And we live in a hurricane zone. So it's kind of necessary to have, if you're going to build a tiny home, you want it to stay there. So it's really important to have that. And it's just evolved, but they didn't go anywhere for a few years. This year, like we're like going through, like there's constantly, like there's like 10 being built on the property right now, right across from me. And it's,
if I had the money, I'd be there.
yeah, it's a great idea. It's
I'd be getting my pet visa to come on down. And
yeah, but if you have you can buy a property that's outside of the city, really inexpensive. As long as you own the property, you can put this on. The great thing about having a tiny home here, and because they're transportable, so the module has to be a certain size in order to fit on the truck to transport it. So it's like a to-go house. It's a to-go house, and then they assemble it on whatever. But if it were to be any larger than that and it didn't fit on the truck, then there's no point in having it here. So they're built on the property, then we transport them, and it's kind of cool. So sorry,
cooler than the double wides.
Yeah, and then you can put them together double on the property, and you don't
more durable.
And you don't need a special. What you need in order to own here, like as an American or Canadian, is a fideicomiso, or for Mexicans an escritura for owning a place. But these, you don't need that. You just need the invoice. We give you the invoice and it's done, because it can be transported off. Like if they say no, you can't have that, you can actually take it off the property. So it's kind of cool.
Right. Interesting stuff. Wow. I'm so glad to have learned about all of that.
Hey, I'm not just a coach.
None of us are. That's part of why we're loving this whole, like, it's business, but not business. It's sharing and storytelling
and no shame,
caring about one another and connecting and just being real.
Yeah.
I mean, because there's not enough of that on the other platforms of doom scroll and look at my Ferrari.
Yeah.
And half the time it's a backdrop that's not even real, right?
Or it's rented or leased or something. Anybody who's in the watching us, does anybody else have a side hustle? We'd love to know.
Tell us about your side hustle.
Tell us about your side hustle. We want to know. We want to know it all.
Or if you want one, message me and I'll help you get hooked up with LifeWave, doTERRA, or Green Compass.
I don't have anything for you, so you can't join me on any ventures. You can buy from me. Buy a tiny home, hurricane.
Yeah,
we'll ship it. Well, you have to live in the Baja to imagine shipping it up to the States. Somebody asked me that yesterday. They said, if I bought one, could you ship it up? I go, yeah, but do you want to pay for the shipping? Because
exactly.
The shipping just to 2 hours from here for each unit is about 19,000 pesos, which is, like was that $1,000 or whatever. But to ship it, like imagine going all the way up to the States, which is a 21-hour drive. It's like, I'm sure it'd be a lot more expensive. And then how do you get, by the way, I want to move this across the border. How can I get
First, we have to take it apart and see if there's any drugs in it. And then you can put it back together again, right? There's these incredible ones that are, just kind of like pop up and whatever, and other ones that are European design. So they might seem affordable over there, but by the time you got them to the States, it would be like having your own little space shuttle or something.
Yeah. And I'm sure obviously there'd be import taxes and all that stuff. It's like, why bother? But.
Yeah. So I guess I'll have to go, have little retreats in multiple countries.
Yeah. Why not? World traveler. You can be a van life person, live in your van, and then, I have a place.
Well, I've done the van thing. It'll be a much nicer van than last time, but that is my plan in the next 5 years, to go digital nomad, to be able to travel, to get this self-sustaining, and then be able to travel and
Awesome.
do those things and talk about my books and help the world have happier, healthier humans everywhere. And I love, one of my favorite things, I've been in teacher training for all kinds of things, you know, the acupressure and the Thai massage. And I got to teach at a spa, you know, destination retreat down in Austin that's not there anymore. And that was like my favorite thing ever, to be paid to go to this beautiful place and do trail running in the morning and then yoga and then teach these enthusiastic people. And I miss that so much.
Beautiful.
And I love it.
It sounds beautiful.
Yeah. And so I want to get back to that. I mean, down the road, there will be definitely some destination retreats that
somebody said
that we can all attend.
Somebody said teach piano.
That's her side hustle.
Oh.
Julene's got a lot. Julene does a lot of different things too. Talk about diversity and a lot of multi-talented, amazing individual. Yay.
Hi,
shout out to Julene.
Nice to meet you, Julene. I don't know you, so nice to meet you. I was funny. I was talking to somebody. I took piano lessons when I was a kid, because I saw my sister taking piano lessons, and she was 9 years older. So I thought, well, this will make me look good in front of my parents loved her for taking the piano. So, but after the first year, I said, I don't want to do this anymore. And they said, no, you have to. So I had to take it for another 3 years in order to finish a term. And so I never touched the piano again, although I could read music. And my sister, of course, took 8 years. So she still plays to this day, but she loved it, but I'm not putting down, because I'm really glad that I actually took piano lessons, because I know how to read music, and that's that to me is, and I love music, so it's cool.
I could read music if I look at it again and recall that information that's buried under decades of detritus. I was jealous. My brother, my grandma taught piano. But then when we were kids, my brother got piano lessons and I wanted them. I know how to play dun, 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 dun.
Star Wars.
Yeah. But my mom wouldn't let me have them because I didn't practice my guitar when I had guitar lessons. So I wasn't allowed to do another one. But I'm thinking that might be one that I take up again in my coming years, is to really learn the piano and refresh that music reading knowledge that I have.
I played violin too, Jolene.
So good.
I played violin in junior high, so grade 7 and grade 8. I didn't have a choice. I wanted to play the flute, but they forced me to play violin. So I was like forced upon these instruments that I didn't want to play. Then when I went to high school and we could choose anything we wanted, I chose the flute. And I taught myself how to play guitar because I could read music, because I took piano lessons.
Yeah.
So it all.
Right?
Yeah.
I would take my dad's second wife had a daughter and she was playing violin, and I would come home from college and I was in this school of dance. So we had all of this experimental music teachers, and I was into Laurie Anderson and all this stuff. So I would make these weird noises with her violin and she'd be like, "That's not how you play." I'm like, "Well, it depends on where you're playing and who you're playing for."
Yeah.
So fun. Look at all these fun things we're learning about one another. Brian, thanks so much for joining, for listening on the ride. I was listening to Tanya and Chris on What's Your Story yesterday as I was leaving work, and then I was walking around a store to get some oil for my car, and I was just listening to them kind of in my bag, tucked discreetly, not too loud and annoying, but I love listening to things and participating in these events while in transit sometimes. So
Julene goes, I tried the flute during summer school, but it gave me a headache.
I bet it gave other people a headache too, right? Too much. Yes, that's tough stuff. That I wanted to play trombone, but I wasn't allowed to be in band because I hadn't practiced my guitar when I was younger.
I remember the violin was really funny because we had to test because I chose violin. I don't want to play anything larger because we had to take the instruments home. And at that time, we were all mortified that we had to carry these instruments home. It was so embarrassing. But I said, thank God I don't have the bass. I couldn't even lift the
right?
Oh my God. And the tuba,
right? Talk about a headache.
Yeah. Oh, it's like thank God I don't have the cello or the bass. I have the violin. I picked the smallest thing I could. And
There you
I got
go.
precedent on the choice because I took piano lessons. So they gave me precedent. I got to choose what I wanted. Thank God. And
You could already
the
read
viola,
music.
we weren't allowed to play the viola unless we could wrap our arm around the end of it. And I have short arms, so I couldn't get the viola either. So I was happy with the violin. I have long
Interesting.
legs, but I have short arms.
Like a Tyrannosaurus Rex.
Well, I'm not deformed or anything, but they're just shorter than they probably should be.
It just came out of my mouth. I don't know. It's all those memes, but Mary, I'm tiny arms. You know, when I was a kid, I was at day camp and we were log rolling like the loggers do, but we were doing it on land. And I won, and then I fell off and broke my elbow. And if they hadn't said it right, I would have this short little 1970 something humerus bone. But thankfully they said it because it crossed the epiphyseal line. And I have a thing called a gun stock deformity, which is like when your elbow goes back like that, kind of like you open the gun. That's why it's called that. Things you learn in anatomy and body work.
Yeah.
That was how they named it because of, your arm kind of goes back like that. Random trivia.
It's good. It's good.
What a fun conversation about, these things. I'm
I just talk about whatever's on my mind, and it could be pretty much anything at this point. We've got tiny homes, we've got violins. What else can we talk about?
It all started with Boo, right?
Yeah.
Itchy Boo.
Well, he's not. He hasn't. Well, he's licking a little bit right now, but it's not like honestly, the fur balls in my house from all of the scratching. It's like I've got tumbleweed going through my place.
Oh, Max is shedding coat. He does it twice a year. So I've got little tufts of little white babies floating all over the place. And no matter how much I brush him, there's still more, right? And thankfully, he's not one of the hairier versions because, woo!
Yeah, it's crazy. It's the in-between fur, the white fur that it's like get caught in his nails. And the thing is, I didn't want to get his nails needed cutting, and I have to cover his head. It's like he's a hostage. It's horrible.
Yeah.
And he dreads it. But I used to be able to cut them myself, but the last 4 years he says, you are not doing this any longer. And I never made him bleed. And then he goes to the vet, and the vet makes him bleed. And it was like, oh great, now what am I going to do? So I cover his head, I hold him down like he's a hostage, and we get it done. Today, I didn't want to get his nails cut because he's scratching so much. I said, if they're sharp, then he's going to bleed even more. But at the same time, I go, I'm here. Let's just do it. And then, of course, he scratched when he got home. But I figured also with the medication, he probably won't. As soon as we get home, he scratched and he goes, ah! Like he squealed. And I go, oh, no. Like he hurt himself already. But now he's not scratching at all. So he's just sleeping. Thank God. Oh,
poor babies.
Poor baby.
Poor babies. So, yes. What shows do we have coming up that we want to pay attention to in the next week as we wind this show down in the next kind of 10 minutes? Let's make sure we talk about some of the things we want to watch in the next week or so. Tomorrow oh no, he was on something yesterday. Did you see any good shows this week that I should catch the replays of?
Oh my God. Like I feel really, really bad. I barely have time to pee, it's like the fact that I got on here, it's only because I was just getting off Zoom. I got your message. Yep. Otherwise I haven't even eaten yet today. Like, so I feel really bad because I'm missing stuff, but I'm just, creating this masterclass. It's like I live.
That's good. You're consumed with it, but it's amazing. You have to have that. Like, that's when I got my one course done, was like during one of the lockdowns, for a week, I just did the course. That's what I did. But there wasn't anything else, I couldn't go to work. There weren't any activities. I was able to just immerse myself and get it done.
But I think Paul's here. Paul's got a show, doesn't he?
I'm possible.
Yeah, there you go. See, I'm helping you out here, Paul.
Paul and Susanna. Tomorrow morning, Melissa Houston Coffee Chats with Melissa Houston is featuring my 250 feet down the road neighbor, Brandy Baum, who is the one making those amazing mallow bars, the marshmallow delicious concoctions that you're seeing photos of floating around LinkedIn. And yes, I was carrying groceries in from the car and I heard someone go, Wendy, is that what? And I'm like, it was her. Amazing. So I always wake up on Saturdays with that. And then I'm probably going to do a pop-up workshop or something tomorrow, maybe a couple, because I didn't get scheduled at the at REI. So I'm going to be around trying to generate interest in the things I've got going on, which means pop-ups.
So what do you do in the pop-up?
Well, it's like this. I called it Any Yay. And this is the Fri-YaY Fiesta that's happening at 1-2-3 Pacific time. 1-2-3. So then it's what? 3-2. I don't know. Anyhow, I'm silly. It fits right when it doesn't directly conflict with other people's shows, and it's before I have to go to work. So it just fits at this time. And it's 1-2-3, which makes me silly happy.
Good.
And then when I do pop-ups, they're called Any Yay because it can happen any day, anytime,
Awesome.
any yay. And who knows? Sometimes I just pop on to talk about something, and sometimes it's, it's straight up promo pitch for something, and sometimes it's just to see who's out there, like, Trevor does sometimes. So there's a handful of us that'll just like pop. Here we are. Who's out there? What's going on?
One stop shopping pop-up stop. Got it.
Hello, Linky Land and other assorted platforms. So good stuff. This morning, speaking of not eating, this morning I was on the whole unicorn connector thing, and after that I went into the kitchen to make myself from lunch, and there's my breakfast that I never ate. I was like, no wonder I'm a little bit hangry right now. Like,
yeah.
Oops.
I'll be making my angry shrimp salad for lunch. So I will be having that. Get those shrimp angry. They have to be spicy.
Spicy hot. Goodness.
Yes.
Awesome.
Thanks everybody for participating. We really appreciate it.
Yes. I was just going to say that. You took the words right out of my mouth. And
how do I get the patch? There you go. You got a sale there. How do I get the patch?
Yes. I'll hop on a call with you right now, Julie, as soon as I wrap this up, and we can talk about it. I sent you an email reply. I don't know if you saw that, but any of you interested in this X39 thing, it's cellular activation patch. I'm going to try the screen share again. Let's see if it works. You can go to Start X39 and learn all about it. Oh, see, it said I was sharing the screen that whole time.
It's not sharing. No, it's not.
Yeah, sharing. I know it wasn't.
But I
might not have enough bandwidth on my computer.
What I will say to anybody, there you go. Sharing black screen. There you go. Yeah. I actually heard about LifeWave about 15, 18 years ago. Incredible company, incredible technology. So you can get incredible health benefits from that. So I will be a testimonial. Well, I can't be a testimonial because I haven't done it for many, many years, but I do believe in this product for sure.
So here's what it's all about. If my computer, you can go to startx39.com. That is the site that I'm sharing where you can learn about it. And then if you want to get signed up, you can talk to me or go to lifewave.com/Wiseman Integrative. That's the retail site. But what this is
yeah, Suzanne Summers is how I found out about LifeWave and how I got really involved with health. She was a huge pioneer in bioidentical hormones, and that's how I started my health journey, was because of her. Interesting.
Wow, look at that. The links here in this Linky broadcast. Yes. So this is not a drug. It's not an injection. It's not a transdermal delivery of anything. What it is the 39th version. That's why it's X39. And this guy's got over 100 patents, and it's backed by science. And it is your own cells healing your own cells, reawakening the innate healing capacity of your own cells. It's an organic compound on a patch. It comes in a sleeve like this is a sleeve. It has 30 little patches in it that are like this. And you just stick them on the base of your neck or below your belly button or anywhere on your body. But those two are ideal for delivery. Right. And it reflects your body's infrared light heat into the organic compound, and then the nanocrystals shift the frequency so that when it comes back into the skin, much like you get vitamin D from the sun, then the frequencies activate the copper peptide and reactivate the stem cell sleepiness that happens over your 30s, 40s, 50s into your 60s when they're less active. And that's why we're less resilient than when we're younger. So it's just reactivating your innate healing. And it's only about $3 to $5 a day. And you can get all of this information here at Start X39, and then talk to me about the fabulous business plan that comes along with it.
What can I ask you? Like, is it a patch a day, or do they last longer than that?
It's 12 hours on and 12 hours off. And there are some other patches that you can couple with it for like pain relief or emotional, or there's the
cortisol, or they have the
carnosine or
carnosine.
Yeah, there's the glutathione and the carnosine, and there's a couple of other, sleep and stress and whatnot that you can couple. There's an ice wave that you can put directly. You can put it directly on where you're having the pain so that the delivery goes more quickly to that area. But these are more the best ideal delivery points. And the thing is, it's pluripotent healing, which means it goes where your body needs it the most first. So you might not sense anything at the beginning. Like someone tried it, for a month and didn't get anything. But she had so many different things going on that it would be hard to notice. Right. Now, for me, the first 3 days, I was a little grouchy, but I've been a little grouchy anyhow because of all the stress I've been under. And I figure I'm interested in healing the hidden things that pop up and get you out of quote unquote nowhere, right? That are the things that you've been doing, your lifestyle habits that you've been doing over the decades that creep up and attack you seemingly out of nowhere. But no, they've been, it's the accumulated damage. So I did a lot of drinking when I was younger. So I'm sure it was healing my liver. And now my brain is clearing up. And this lump I had in my armpit since COVID last summer, gone in 7 days. 6 days, it felt like this heavy blanket had been lifted off me. And I didn't feel like crumbling in a ball, and I didn't feel like that pit of despair when I got certain emails or messages or things. So the situation was the same, but my emotional state is more stabilized. Yeah. And they use it a lot with PTSD veterans, and they're having great success with lupus, MS, Parkinson's, and cancer, as long as you're not on the chemotherapy, because it will go to fight the chemotherapy instead of fighting the cells.
Well, don't get me started on chemotherapy. I'd rather do the patch. Yeah. Thank you very much.
Yeah. Yeah.
But are we wrapping up? Because I have to eat. Like I'm getting to the point where I'm going to pass out.
Me too. I'm fading. We're fading. We're out. It is that 45-minute mark. That's what I've got it set for. Thank you so much for joining, Sandra. I'm looking at Suzanne Summers, and I'm like,
well, I can look like her. I have been prepared.
Brain mouth dysfunction. All right. I'm so glad you're here. Thanks everyone for joining. I'll see you around.